There's no question the president is direct, candid, and very transparent with what he thinks about things. And this is just another example of him going right to the issue, perhaps indicating to the pharmaceutical industry that this move was not consistent with what the White House would like to see. So it was a shot across the bow, not only to Pfizer, but to the entire pharmaceutical industry, probably to other CEOs as well. We've seen it with Boeing. We've seen it with AT&T. We've seen it with Harley-Davidson most recently, and so then Pfizer. So we do think that the president is using the bully pulpit very effectively, and he got exactly what he wanted.
No, I mean, they could still raise prices, though. I mean, this is just a deferment, a deferral until January 1st, unless the drug pricing plan comes first. It's not clear that the blowback or the call for the president really did anything. Jim.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I tell you, that's not completely true. I think it was a shot across the bow to the entire industry. That, in fact, this was Pfizer's second shot at actually raising prices this year. So I do think that it actually was very effective, that this was inconsistent with what the White House would like to see. And you know, there's no question that they're working on something behind the scenes. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like. Medicare, Medicaid, are they going to be involved? How much will the private sector be rolled back? In terms of pricing, will it be CPI plus something? So we don't know exactly what the White House has in mind in terms of a plan. And I think that the president actually picked up a lot of populist sentiment with this type of tweet.
Yeah, it's been some bipartisan bashing of drug companies, Meg, as you've been covering for a while now. What are these companies expecting into the midterms?
Certainly there's some nervousness among investors in the community about the pressure that's going to be placed on these companies. But we've seen that before, of course. I mean, this happened in 2015 when the biotech bubble really burst on that Hillary Clinton tweet referencing Martin Shkreli. But nothing has really changed. This is so surprising today because we haven't seen drug makers really do anything about their prices in response to all of this pressure. This really is the first time we've kind of seen at least a company reverse price increases. And my question about all of this is, and I think, you know, Ron Wyden is kind of asking this too, is why did Pfizer do this specifically? And I kind of wonder, why is the Trump drug pricing blueprint something that Pfizer is putting out there as, well, when this gets implemented, then we'll reassess? Ronnie, I'd be really curious to know your thoughts as to, that sort of implies that the drug pricing blueprint must probably be good for Pfizer too in their mind, right?
I think so. If you kind of look, well, first of all, it's never nice to get a call if you hear a CEO from the President of the United States and being told that he is going after you. So the reversal of the price increases in this particular case kind of makes sense to me. I don't think it's going to be a broader pharma trend. This is not a substitute to a broader regulation. Obviously, people will not want to get caught. When it comes to the blueprint, when I look at the overall effect that this administration is thinking about, whether it's reform of 340B, not putting in the penny rule, giving a J code to every biosimilar, going after the PBMs and blaming them for the price increases, not talking about the pharma companies at all, it suggests to me that the overall answer from the coming out of that administration is actually rather positive for the drug industry. So it kind of behooves them, in my take, not to kind of to play ball with the president and not to completely come out against his policies in their actions. So it was probably a mistake by Pfizer to raise prices on 140 drugs the same day. Will the pharma industry stop raising price increases? I don't expect them to.
Yeah, they just need to tweak their PR, I guess, a little bit. Jim, what do you do as an investor? I mean, do you have to stay away from the group? All in all, even with that Twitter attack, Pfizer ended that day higher, even before these negotiations.
Which you own, anyway.
Right.
So what do you do?
Yeah, we do. We do own Pfizer, and I would tell you that our investment thesis has not changed on Pfizer or any other large-cap pharma company that we own. We completely are aware that pricing pressure from a public standpoint, from a public policy standpoint, will be under pressure from this point going forward. So it's one of those things we have to factor into our revenue models, our dividend models, and our valuation models on a go-forward basis. And so this is not new news, and we think that this will be a persistent issue for the entire pharmaceutical industry on a go-forward basis.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.